Hello and welcome to today's video. Today I'm looking at another vintagey pen, and today it is the Parker 75. This was loaned to me by my good friend Michael at Platypus Pens. Michael has a wonderful collection of older pens and a great knowledge of them, and he's gradually one by one teaching me the virtues of the vintage pen. I've been a big modern pen guy, and I don't, generally speaking, review older pens, so this isn't a review. There are lots of full reviews of this that will go into the history of it and the defining features and all that. I just wanted to talk a little bit about, the parts and features and do a little writing sample because I just really enjoy this pen, and I think, it's a good one. So, as I said, this is the Parker 75, which is a model that was made from roughly the mid-60s to the early 90s. I'm not exactly sure of when this particular version was made, but this is the Parker 75 Grid or Ciselé, I believe it said. Yes, it's a beautiful, beautiful model of the Parker 75, and there are many different finishes available of this pen. It is one of the more collectible vintage Parker pens, probably behind the 51 in that respect, but the 75 has a lot going for it. This particular grid version is 925 sterling silver, and actually if you look around the base of the cap here, you can see it says Parker, and then underneath sterling cap and barrel, and then USA. Lots and lots to love. The gold colored trim, which I believe is gold plated. Very, very nice. The cap snaps off, and it's a lovely secure cap. The old Parker capping systems, the old 51 and things like that, absolutely awesome, which is one of the reasons why I really didn't enjoy that modern take on the 51. That was a big, big mistake by Parker. Anyway, cap snaps off very nicely. It's a triangular grip section, slightly triangular. So it's got these two facets on the top with little grooves on them for your fingers, and then a sort of flat, not sure how well the camera's going to pick it up, but like a flat facet there on the base. As you can see on the feed there, it says B. This is a broad, and it's that kind of like, I'm going to say, that Lamy style nib that Parker did, just because we all know what that means. And this is a 14 karat gold nib. On the nib there it says Parker and 14K, which is very good. So it's a slim pen. It posts very deeply and very securely. It's just a beautiful writer and a very convenient pen, and that was what Parker did so well, is that the pens were reliable and convenient and just suited the need so beautifully, especially during the period of the rise of the ballpoint, when fountain pens had to compete, and this is one of the things they did to compete. Now, an interesting feature of this particular pen is if you look around the edge of the section there on the flare there, there's these little lines. You can actually turn the nib in the housing there. I'll just give you an example. So you can turn it like that to line it up with how you grip the pen. So for me, for instance, as a left-handed writer, having it going straight down the barrel isn't necessarily the most optimal. So I turn it ever so slightly just onto that to the right there, so when it's on the page, it's lining up perfectly on the page and I don't have to change my grip angle. It's very good. So we'll do a quick writing sample now and then wrap it up. Okay, so today, as always, in Clairefontaine 90 GSM paper. Ciselé. This is a broad 14 karat gold nib. The ink in this today is Robert Oster, and I think it's school blue. Now the 75 is a cartridge converter pen, and I've just put a Parker converter in it. It will take the cartridges, that kind of stuff, but I prefer to use my bottled ink, and I didn't have any Parker cartridges on hand, so I put that converter in from another Parker. The writing experience with this pen, now this, as I said, is a vintage pen. It would have had many owners and, sort of done a lot of writing, but the writing is beautiful. It's not soft, but it's not, it's definitely not stiff. It's not too wet. but it's definitely not dry. It keeps up beautifully and lays down a nice line. It's not super broad. So for me, one of the reasons why pens like this were such a massive success is because they allowed people to write more or less in the same way and on the same paper as they were writing on with ballpoint pens. Parker were doing everything they could to keep fountain pens relevant. And this is one of the pens that they did that with. So it's not writing super broad. It's not writing super wet. It's smooth, but not super smooth. There's a bit of feedback on it, but it's a bit of a railroad there. That was my fault for pushing too hard. But it's just a lovely pen to write with. And that size is convenient and comfortable, slim, but comfortable. So this was the Parker 75. I hope you found this video interesting and useful. I certainly love looking at these sort of slightly older pens. As I said, this isn't a full review, just really showing it because I think it's a beautiful pen. I think it writes well. And it does everything that I would expect a pen like this to do. So yes, thank you for watching. Thank you to Michael for loaning this to me. It'll be coming back safe and sound very soon, I promise, as soon as I've written it dry. So yes, a big thank you. And please like and subscribe and hit the notifications button, all that stuff. It all helps the algorithm and helps me to be able to continue to grow my channel and make content for you. So thank you for watching, and until next time, enjoy your pens, enjoy writing, and I'll talk to you soon.